Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today's episode we are going to be talking about why Bitcoin has been stuck in this price range that we've been in for a while, when the breakout is going to occur, and exactly what areas, what prices we could be looking at. Also, we have some big news for crypto coin news, the CCN news website. Also, Target using blockchain, and some other stuff, fun stuff about Craig Wright. And we'll get into all of that right after a message about our sponsor, which is Monarch Wallet. Guys, this is a wallet that holds over 1,900 cryptocurrencies, and I use it, I like it, and guess what? You can earn returns on your crypto while they're sitting safely in the wallet. Right now, getting over 6% returns on Bitcoin just from holding it in a secure wallet. So make sure you check that out. Now, before we get started, just wanted to say thank you to everyone subscribing, nuking the shit out of the like button, commenting. We're having a fun time again here because I said so. Now, looking at the markets today, market cap $254 billion, Bitcoin dominance 55.5% is down a little bit from yesterday, but as you see, it's a green day, everything up quite a bit. Look at this, Litecoin up over 10% because of the halvening, maybe, because there's a couple of videos saying you should buy Litecoin, maybe. Because the hash rate's the highest it's ever been? Maybe. Who knows? But Bitcoin's up almost 3% to 79.60 today. Ethereum at 247 and XRP at 39 cents. The big winners for today, Aurora Phantom and Maximind Coin. The big losers, GX Chain, ABC Coin, and Hypercash. You know, it's so funny. Some of these things are here like every single day for the big losers and the big winners. I wonder if they're part of like pump groups. You think? Maybe. But if we take a look at what's going on with the Bitcoin price, okay, I want to zoom out, show you what's been going on, all right? So we've been sitting in this little teal colored channel for quite a while, about a month now, from May 12th until right where we are, June 11th. We've been sitting in between there, and rightly so. It was between two peaks, this peak here on September 4th of 2018 and this peak here on July 18th. July 24th of 2018, sitting right between those two peaks. Now, why? Because when there's a reversal in price, a lot of money changes hands, and that causes support and resistance. So we've been sitting in between there. Broke out for a little bit for like a week here, the end of May, beginning of June, but came right back down in the middle. Now, as you can see here, we have a wedge forming. Why do I love wedges? Because with wedges, there's always a breakout. And when is that breakout occurring? Roughly by about July 17th of 2019. So in the next month or so, we will see a breakout. Could happen before then, but most definitely by that point. Now, before we get into what particular prices we're taking a look at, I did want to talk briefly about the MACD because I love the MACD. As if you didn't know, right? Well, I love the MACD. I like looking at it. So right now, it's saying hold a stable coin. But, you know, generally, I look at the daily MACD, but every once in a while, I look at the weekly or the monthly MACD to get a better idea of what's going on in general. And actually, first, I'll start with the monthly MACD. So if we take a look at the monthly MACD, ooh, exciting, look at this. It's about to cross over saying buy Bitcoin, but maybe we shouldn't listen to that because it said hold Bitcoin until June of 2018. So that was like a full 6 months after you should have sold. So maybe the monthly is a lagging indicator. But one thing that it does show, if you look at this histogram, which is these bars down here, when it changes from a dark green to a light green, that would have been the time to sell right there at that change. So that means that boob would have been already down to here. And when it changes from dark red to light red, that would have been the time to buy. So it's saying buy in February, and it looks like we're about to cross over into the green. So that would be a good time to continue and hold. But let's go take a look at the weekly because there's a bit more information here. Now, if we take a look, as you can see on the weekly, it is saying the blue lines above the orange line is saying hold Bitcoin, which it said all the way up until January of 2018. So not a bad idea, but even better was following the dark green and light green bars of the histogram then, when it said, it would have said to hold until it switched from dark green to light green here, right basically the first time it went down. And as you can see here, same thing happened about 2 weeks ago. The histogram went from dark green to light green, which might indicate a time to sell Bitcoin, or at least consider, maybe not selling it, but at least consider hedging your bet in a stable coin based on what's going on here. So based on that, I might think that the price might come down, but that's not all the information out there. Let's take a look at some places where price could potentially go. And I'm going to turn off this auto so I can move this around. There we go. All right. Now, these price areas are pretty simple because all I did was take a look at places where there were changes in price trajectory, and that shows a lot of money exchanging hands, and that could oftentimes be places of support or resistance. So let's just say we're going to the downside. I mean, that's what the MACD is saying on the daily and the weekly. So let's just say, for instance, we head to the downside. Where would be the first targets? Well, I'll tell you. How about this? 6,800. Okay, why? Because we see some support right here. Okay, if we take a look, boom. Or excuse me, some resistance right there, 6,800. If we break through there, 6,300. Why? Because it's support down here. If we break through that, 5,700. Why? Because resistance for right here and right here. And if we break through that, 5,100 because it's support right there. Okay, so that's some areas where we could go on the downside, but that's not what you guys want to hear, because you want to hear the upside, because the halvening is coming and everything, and $1 million, $5 million, $10 million Bitcoin endgame, all of that stuff. So you want to hear where the price is going up. Well, first place, we've got to break out of this little rectangle we're in right here and break through the top of the wedge. But if we do, where could we be heading? Ooh, a little over 9,000, 9,200, because as you can see, it was a little bit of resistance right there. If we break through that, boom, 10,000, top of that peak right there. Boom, break through that. How about 11,2? Because again, top of that peak right there, break through that, and then we go to the top of this peak here at around 11. What was that? 11,8. So those are some areas where Bitcoin price could go. Right now, I mean, potentially looking the price could go down, but some people disagree. So, to each their own. Everybody has an asshole, and they usually stink. So, the big news today, top crypto media site CCN shuts down, cites Google update for loss of search visibility. So basically, overnight, what happened was they saw a 71% drop on their mobile searches overnight right after the June 3rd Google Core update. Now, if you don't think this stuff can happen, it certainly can. I used to do SEO back in the day, and I remember when like the Panda and Penguin updates come out, like some of my people that I knew in cryptocurrency, they just went belly up at that point because all of their search stuff was caught for doing whatever and what I'm saying. But CCN wasn't the only one that was affected. Apparently, CoinDesk saw a 34.6 drop. Cointelegraph saw a 21.1% drop. So a lot of crypto stuff saw a drop. They don't exactly know why, other than the core update. It makes you think, if the searches aren't going there, where are they going? Who saw the gains? The mad, sick gains? I don't know. It didn't say in this article, so I don't know. Big news for Target. U.S. retailer Target unveils open source blockchain for supply chain tracking. That's right. They're doing it open source like they should. They made it open source on GitHub, called it Consent Source. Okay, they're using Hyperledger Sawtooth. It's one of the Hyperledger projects founded by Linux Foundation. And guess what? They're working in, they're supporting a project, the Hyperledger Grid, a project supported or initiated by Cargill. I can't talk today. I don't know what the deal is. But so Target working with a big distributor, Cargill, and using blockchain. Does that mean the price of Bitcoin will go up? Maybe not. I don't know. But big news, because Target's big. Here's the big news you guys are talking about. Litecoin price up 10% today. Maybe because it hits $125 as mining hash rate reaches new all-time high. As you can see in this graph right here, boom, new all-time high hash rate, just 56 days away from the halvening, which means that people are going to receive a lot less Litecoin for each block mined. And as it is right now, Charlie Lee estimates that miners may actually be operating at a loss to find new coins. What's going to happen after the halvening? The price is probably going to have to go up, because I don't think miners will be selling the coins at that much of a loss anymore. So that's big news for Litecoin. Or if you think the price is going to go up, most likely will. Here we go about EOS. No surprise, we all know EOS is a big scam project, probably one of the biggest securities fraud scams out there, you can just comment in the, down there. You can just tell me how I'm wrong and how you hate me for saying that. But 3/4 of EOS transactions were made by bots. And apparently half of all accounts, or only half of all accounts, are created by real users. So EOS is looking pretty shitty. And it's kind of crazy because 3/4 of their transactions, so if you go to like DApp Review or DApp Radar or something like that, you would take a look at this and be like, oh my gosh, EOS must be winning because they have like so many more transactions than Tron or Ethereum. Oh my gosh, they're like totally, that's like my Keanu Reeves thing. And you'd be like, EOS is winning, dude. And that's from Bill and Ted. So anyways, you'd be like, oh, EOS is winning, until you see an article like this, and it turns out that it's just bots. They have a whole bunch of bots running on there. Nobody's actually using EOS. Actually, the top DApp right now is TRONbet, which reminds me, I don't even think I put anything here to it, so let me put something here to it about TRONbet, is that there is a big poker tournament coming up this Friday on TRONbet. It is the Binance Charity Poker Tournament with CZ Binance, Charlie Lee, Justin Sun, and somebody else you may know as the commentator. So make sure you check that one out. I'm just saying. Might be streamed on this channel. Maybe. Who knows? I'm not telling you who it is, though. Big news, Craig Wright has been ordered to appear in person in Florida on June 18th. Will he? Probably not, but this is a continuation of the Kleinman versus Wright case. Apparently, Craig Wright said it causes him unjustifiable hardship to appear in court, so he wanted to appear by video conference, and the judge said, go fuck yourself. Allegedly, go fuck yourself. I don't know. So he said, you need to be here by June 18th. We will see. Accordingly, it is ordered and adjudged that the motion is denied. Mediation shall take place on June 18th. All parties shall be required to personally appear at the mediation. Done and ordered. Boom. Thank you, Beth Bloom. That's fun. So that's all the news for today. Guys, if you want to get into trading, check out Signal Profits. You could regularly get 18% or 11% gains. As a matter of fact, right now they have a 21-day trading signals challenge going on. So that's pretty exciting. I think there are some cool rewards for that. If you want to check it out, there is a 2-week trial for $7 down in the description. I'll link to that. Also, don't forget, check out Monarch Wallet. Over 1,900 cryptocurrencies earn up to 6%. You don't believe me? Check it out. Bitcoin, 6.1%. You can get 6.1%. If you want more than that, if that's not good enough, Bitcoin Gold, 8%. Or all the stable coins, 8% for holding them in there. Tell you what, pair that up with MACD trading, yeah, you can do pretty good. And remember, in case I didn't say it, I don't think I said it already, right now LA Token is holding the Monarch Blockchain IEO. So if you want to, you can definitely check that out on LA Token. There is a link, I will put it down in the description. And basically, you could buy it at a 60% discount until June 22nd. So if you are interested, get in on it. Check it out Friday. You might know somebody talking with people you like. All right, catch you guys later. Peace, peace.